What's up, everybody? I wanted to discuss the upcoming fight between Daniel Jacobs and Peter Quillin. Not really excited about this fight, but I am going to watch it. First of all, I'm going to disclose that I do not think Daniel Jacobs is a good fighter. I think Peter Quillin should destroy him. Now, will Jacobs take a dive because they're best friends? I don't know. But I just can't see any way possible that Jacobs can win this fight. But I actually like Jacobs as a fighter better than I do Peter Quillin. And the reason why that is because the whole cancer story. And I like the commentary that Jacobs does on the BBC broadcast. He's very fair, and I think he does a really good job. I don't think he's in the upper echelon like Roy Jones Jr., who I think is the best boxer turned commentator out there. But not to take anything away from Jacobs, but he does a good job. But as far as boxing, I don't think he's really that good of a fighter. And I think if Quillin brings it, his A game, then Jacobs is going to look really bad in this fight. Both of them have been fighting nobodies. Last couple fights, I've never heard of the fighters they fought. Like Quillin's fight, that guy you heard that they imported, from Australia? Never heard of him. No, I couldn't find him on BoxRec. So, what does that tell you? Now, I'm going to be rooting for Jacobs, but I know it's a lost cause, but I'm going to be rooting for Jacobs. Kind of like you do when you buy a lotto ticket, right? So, I expect Quillin to win this fight, but what's the outcome for the winner? Not a whole lot. I'm kind of disgusted. I recently found out that Quillin's hooked up with Memo Heredia, and that's got me scratching my head, okay? Peter Quillin feels the need, he's got to take PEDs. And you're fighting Jacobs? You really feel like you need an advantage over Jacobs? I don't know if Jacobs might be using too. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because Vada's not involved in this fight. And that always sends up a flag with me. Now, as a fan, we know what we know. Just like, Vada wasn't using the Canelo and Cotto fight. I think Cotto used. I don't know about Canelo, but I'm pretty confident Cotto was using it. But I'm not here to badmouth. So I'm just gonna end that right now. But back to Peter Quillin. What does he offer? You know, he feels he needs to cheat to be relevant. And he talks about Triple G like we'll sit down and talk. He ain't gonna take that fight, man. Because he takes that fight, it's over. The fight is over. And let me give this comparison. First fight between Pascal and Kovalev. Pascal fought his ass off. He fought with a lot of heart, but he got fucked up after that fight. He really was nasty. You can kind of tell the way he talks, the way he speaks, and he can't put his words together. It's getting worse, man. And I see the same thing happen to Peter Quillin if he fights Triple G. So I always look at what the future is for the outcome of the fight I'm about to watch, and there's not a whole lot here. There's not the table's bare. There's nothing. I don't see Quillin offering much of a threat to anybody from 168 to 160. I know he struggles to make 160, so he looked bad to me against Andy Lee. He started off good, but he gave that fight away. And not to take nothing away from Andy Lee, but he could have won that fight. But Andy Lee did what he did, the warrior he is, and he got knocked down by Quillin, and he knocked Quillin's ass down. And I think that's the first time Quillin's ever been down, but he's been in soft. He hasn't really fought a lot of fighters. Andy Lee's probably his best fighter he's been with. Then he had Nadam, and then he had Rosado. And Rosado was beating Quillin's ass. if that fight didn't get stopped for cuts, which, you know, the conspiracy theorist that I am, that was a fix. You know, that was bullshit. Rosado would have won that fight. That's too bad, you know, because Rosado, he's been in a lot of tough fights, but he's come up short. And then the one time that he breaks through, and I'm not talking about the octagon fighting that he does and wins against like Vera and stuff, and that was taken away from him. We wouldn't even be talking about Quillin if Rosado won that fight, you know. So the outcome of this fight, I don't think there's anything for the future for either fighter. Jacobs will probably go back to commentary and then help become his full-time job for as long as PBC lasts. I don't know what you guys think. Leave your comments. Tell me who you got and who you think will win. I've got Jacobs as who I'm rooting for, but I got Quillin beat now. Quillin should knock him out. Now, if this fight goes the distance, there's something seriously wrong with Quillin, especially if he's using PEDs. So, thanks for watching. Take care.